Hey, LinkedIn. Had a call with my team yesterday. We were just talking about things like the customer experience and the end-to-end customer experience. And what does that look like? And I just made mention of my wife and I went skiing recently, and we were just talking about how we both commented because we both realized this. Where we went, each person that we interacted with at this place, they had a good attitude. They had they just had a nice attitude. The way they it was like a culture thing. It was like every person was chipper and had a nice attitude. We were just talking about how little things like that related to the customer experience journey overall. When you think about everything and you think about the greatest companies in the world and what do they really look like, it's usually there's an X factor and there's a memorable experience about operating or using them or working with them or whatever. But you know it when you see it. It's something you can sort of sense and feel, and it's part of that overall, that brand experience. And it's just a comment I just want to make. It just also goes down to attitude, and sometimes you interact with companies and you reach out to customer service or whoever. It's just people. You interact with the people at the company, and just the attitude is off. It's just maybe they have a chip on the shoulder, or there's just a funny attitude, and that starts from, I think, the very top probably, or it's related to the values, core values, or culture, or an example that's being set there. But it's so easy to let that slide and have the attitude drop out, and then the experience maybe internally at the company, the way people communicate to each other, and then also externally, and then the whole thing starts to slide. And I think that it's important as leadership to set the pace culturally for just even attitude. How do you communicate to each other? How do you communicate to your customers? How do you interact? What's your attitude like? And I think that relates to the brand and the overall end-to-end customer experience, and the stickiness of that brand and the loyalty of that brand. And I think that that's true in B2B and that's true in B2C. Obviously, we've seen that. But I think it's true. People do like to be, treated the way, treat others the way you want to be treated. That's a true thing. And things as simple as just attitude, and I think we're thinking about these things, I think, as we're at the beginning of the year here, and it's just an interesting thing to think about on your journey to greatness and to building a great company. And how are you treating your own people, and then how are you treating your customers, and what is what's your attitude towards them? And sometimes, I think sometimes companies, you can talk to your customer a certain way, and then behind the scenes, maybe they're maybe saying, this person or that whatever. And I think it's important to snuff that out and not allow that, and make sure that there's a good attitude about your customers internally. There's a good attitude internally to your own people, and then there's a good attitude outward facing. And I think I certainly think those things make a difference. I know they do for me, and I know that when I interact with a company like that, you recognize those things, and it seems to stand out on just little things like that. And I thought I'd just comment on it. But so there you go. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. All right, thanks.